In the early stages, the CMO is doing as well as leading. And you have to be willing in an early stage growth company to just be versatile and open up your bag of tricks and actually do a lot of the work. Of course, as quickly as you can, you want to build a team in so you can work with leverage. But in the very early stages, you're kind of chief cook and bottle washer at the same time from a marketing perspective. And so that versatility really matters in the very, very early stages. But as you grow, you've got to actually get some specialization working for you. You've got to work more and more with leverage, because if it's all going through you, or if you're too involved in too much details, you can't lead at a strategic level. And so I think as the company moves on, you have to move to that strategic level and start bringing in some bench strength underneath you so that you've got an organization that is really healthy, and you can think about building a culture. That culture obviously starts with some of the work that you do early on as you're actually hands-on and getting involved. But as you go through time, you need to think about the culture a little bit more planfully, and not just being who you are, but actually writing things down, thinking about what is our culture, what is not our culture, thinking about that as you hire people and bring people in and as you coach your team members. And in the later stages, you have to think a little bit more carefully about that to make sure that your organization isn't growing its culture in a weird way, it isn't morphing in a strange way. And so that's something that's more of a later stage scenario. And then also in the early stages as a CMO, you're building a lot of basic systems, so you're experimenting a lot, you're iterating really, really rapidly. In the later stages, as you're scaling up, you can't have that amount of turbulence in your organization. You still need to have some level of agility and be willing to change, but if things are working properly, you need to be thinking about optimization and getting more efficiency out of your processes and optimizing the teams. Things should be kind of basically working in those later stages as you go from $50 to $100 million and stuff. And so at that level, it's more about optimization. And that's a different set of skills as a CMO than the early kind of chaotic stages. And so it's hard to be a CMO actually that scales across the entire range of the organization. Unless you've done it before, it's really hard to do. And so some organizations actually approach that by bringing in different people at different times.